Still have my sunglasses on. I forgot about those. So, welcome back again. Yeah, kind of lost my train of thought there, but welcome back again. Friday again. Another massively crazy week with Iran happening, the crypto bill being passed, this Genius Act, Bitcoin doing its own thing, I suppose. And let's just grab the chart right away. I wanted to talk a little bit about strategy and goals today. So if you have your own strategy or an idea or a goal you want to share, feel free to type something in the comments. In the meantime, I'll share my screen, but let's grab there we go. So yeah, back at CoinMarketCap. Also, I'm going to be drinking a lot during this stream because it's still blazingly hot. I'm not complaining because apart from this stream, it's very nice outside, but here it's fucking scorching. But yeah, obviously market cap wise, we're still not really doing a lot. I mean, it's moving. It's pretty much sideways. I mean, Bitcoin's going up and down a little bit, and obviously it's reacting to both the Iran news and afterwards the news from the SEC maybe, but considering that they didn't do anything, it didn't really respond to that. But we had the big, well, not the big beautiful bill, but the Genius Act passes the Senate. A big stablecoin challenges remain. Now we also had JP Morgan, the bank. Damn. Well, I read some news saying that Trump, they wanted to use the bunker buster bombs, but they were worried that would only bury the entrance and not actually destroy their facility below ground. So that was Trump's idea of using several of those bombs and then adding a tactical nuke. But hey man, thanks. Yeah, I'm good. I mean, I've been enjoying the weather. It's well, technically it's not summer yet, but the weather has been very summer-ish here. So it's, as I said, it's blazingly hot. I'm drinking water like there's no tomorrow with ice in it. But yeah, I'm doing well. I hope you all are doing well as well. I mean, obviously it's very trying times. Some people have family in Israel. I hope everyone got away safely or is safe or has a safe place to stay. I mean, it's apart from the investing side and prices and being able to take advantage of all this stuff. I mean, people are still losing their life, and I think it's horrible and it shouldn't happen. I think it's shameful that the world is backsliding like this. We should be focused on going on outer space, exploring new planets, inventing new rocket technology, but no, we're back in the Cold War. So yeah, that sucks, but yeah. we try to secure our own future, I suppose, by investing in doing this. But yeah, let's hope Trump doesn't do Trump stuff and actually uses a tactical nuke, because if he does, I think it will set a precedent for other countries. Like it will take the lid off a can you cannot put back. You cannot close that box once it's open. So yeah, hopefully it doesn't come to that. I'm sure that maybe not even in America, but I think even Israel, Netanyahu, and Iran, all of them should realize that a nuclear weapon it's a zero-sum game. Like the second you use it, you cease to exist as well, because you will be retaliated against like there's no tomorrow, and it'll be mad and mutually assured destruction for sure. So yeah, But other than that doom and gloom episode, I suppose, I think this is very good news. The big stablecoin challenges remain, but the Genius Act passes. I think a few years ago this was unheard of. So I think this is a very good development for crypto, for our strategy as well. Like all the price, I've been saying it for years. The prices we pay now for Bitcoin, I think as well, most of the altcoins like Cardano, Sui, Solana, Ethereum, etc. The bigger altcoins, I think they definitely have a place in the future, and I think they will exist in 10 years. But with the massive adoption happening, ETFs, big funds, big players, big companies, all moving in on this, and basically, I had another article. I'll grab it in a little bit. Basically, also America starting, or at least debating, opening a treasury on crypto. Like, not Bitcoin's competition is not gold or US dollar, but well, Bitwise said it, but it is the treasury. So the US treasuries market is $30 trillion. So if they move 10% of that into Bitcoin, Bitcoin would instantly, well, more than double its price, its current price. So it would be well over 200K. And that's just the treasuries. And considering we're looking at Bitcoin as a store of value, I think for the future, this is the reason why we need to be holding Bitcoin, why we need to be buying Bitcoin. And I think, as I said, I think alongside Bitcoin, if Bitcoin is gold, I think Ethereum will definitely be silver. So long-term goals on this are, the long-term outlook is always bullish. It is going up. Like, there's not really much debating it. So that's why I'm not too worried about current prices, current movements. I will tell you this, it's a very relaxed way of buying Bitcoin, actually. All you got to do is keep your eyes on the future. But I think Ripple, for example, is another one of those altcoins. I think Ripple has a place in the future for sure. I haven't read the article, but I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I think XRP, with all the lawsuits they had and the development they had over the past year, I think XRP is definitely holding its own. And I thought they would lose that court case and they would basically be out of the game, but they came back a lot stronger than I thought they would. So even I'm wrong sometimes. No one's right all the time. But I think XRP is another one of those examples. It's existed for years, but it's growing every year, year over year. And maybe not as fast as Bitcoin is currently, or has in the past, of course, considering its market cap. But still, strategy and goal-wise, it could be a very good asset to hold. And actually, I don't hold it anymore myself because I sold it a year back. But yeah, I regret that decision. I think ASML, if anyone knows ASML is a stock. It's a company in the Netherlands. This stock has had a tremendous run, and I'm debating myself getting back in. They had a bit of a fallback considering the whole tariff America crap. I think this could also be a very good asset to hold into the future, because they are basically the only company in the world that has the technology to build the machines that produce microchips. And with the knowledge they have, I think this is one of the most future-proof stocks. And alongside all this, I still think the de-dollarization agenda is running along, and China dumps 8.2 billion US Treasury bonds in BRICS counterattack. I mean, America is basically, they're trying to do everything they can to prevent this, but I think with the president said about the whole tariff and trading wars that he began for no reason. I think he united, like, the BRICS countries were already looking at alternatives for the dollar to trade, but I think it's put it in on a fast track. And I mean, articles like this, we didn't read about these a year ago. I think even a year ago, we didn't hear about this de-dollarization. And obviously, the Bitcoin reserve bill, will it pass the House this time? I think it could. I think it could. And if this happens, like, I mean, it will continue to push Bitcoin even further. So we just broke the support. When right before I made this video, I posted that orange line because I wasn't sure if it would be a support. So we broke that. I mean, right now, if we go back to 103, I'm hoping we go back to this area. I think this will be prime buying area. So if we this line around 100, maybe a little bit below 100, I think could be the accumulation phase for the next run up. But if we do see bombs falling or wars or basically another black swan event, yeah, we could go lower. We could go much lower when people start to panic sell. But honestly, I think we've seen more and more as the dollar loses value, as basically real world assets like stocks, companies are starting to depreciate in value, or are more prone to market sentiment. I think Bitcoin is becoming a hedge against the market more and more. And I think it's good, but sadly, it's a little too soon. I wanted to have bought a hell of a lot more Bitcoin, but I remodeled my house last year, so I wasn't able to buy as much as I could during that phase when Bitcoin was at 50K. I mean, it seems like a long time ago, but I mean, this was last year. Last year, the lowest price we had, well, technically that was this, but let's say the lowest price we had, it was 50K. We could buy Bitcoin at 50,000. People were panic selling during this time. Sadly, I couldn't buy. I could buy around this area when it started to go up again. I think my last buy was around this area. I bought a little bit, but not as much as I wanted. But yeah, it's hindsight. Hindsight is 2020, I suppose. But for now, I'm hoping we go back to that 100K area, and from there we see a little bit sideways movement, and then we shoot back up. Maybe we bounce earlier at around 100. But I mean, with all the negative news, and yeah, we have some good news. I think right now it's a coin toss. I mean, a tactical weapon, I cannot, that all markets will sell. If that happens, I'm positive all markets will dump. I think people will start getting more cash in the house. Heck, I should get more cash in the house. I use very little cash currently. I do think it's a safer feeling though, not having a lot of money in the house. But yeah, I think let's just hope it doesn't come to that. Let's just hope we stick this out, and yeah, no one's stupid or crazy enough to use a weapon like that. By the way, if anyone has a question, feel free to ask it. I'd love to talk. I'd love to discuss it. Also, if you have a strategy, a tip, a call, whatever you want to talk about, feel free. Just type in the comments and I'll respond. Talking about strategy and goals, actually, I found it's a very, very new project. Like this, the website is even very basic. I wasn't like, I'm not telling you to buy this. I bought a little bit of this. It's a super early token, but I saw this guy on Twitter, and it's basically demo trading, but with prize money. So all the time we're trying to teach ourselves to trade better. We're trying to devise new strategies, and especially in crypto, there's no real demo accounts, or there's no real, even if there is a demo account, there's no real stake to it. This project, what it wants to do is you buy the token, you stake it, you get play money, fake money, uh, and you trade with it. But if you win, you stand to win actual money. So there is an incentive to do well and to win, and you basically you can earn money while learning the trade. I think it's a very interesting concept. I think it's the very first gamified project where I think this is a good idea. They have a very simplified chart right now. So a player deposits Sol, game announces intention to buy token, trades it by blah 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 blah. Accumulate prize money daily, win sim trade tokens. Players cash out and sell tokens. But as I've not done a very deep dive on this, but I really like the concept. So I'm hopeful that they get it off the ground. I think it's a very good idea. The token itself is already live. It's a tiny market cap though. I wouldn't suggest buying it. It'll probably be very risky. But I think it's a very interesting project, and I'm just gonna keep an eye on this. So I bought a little bit. Maybe it'll do well. It's the first meme-ish token. Well, it's not really meme token, but it's the first very low all cap coin I bought. I think it's like a 30K market cap. So I wouldn't advise buying this. It's likely to go to zero, but maybe I don't know. I took a long shot. So let's look at the crypto woes. Like, all coins are still bleeding. They've been bleeding for I've been corrected, but it's 3 years now. Damn, it's so hot in here. It is so hot in here. But yeah, as I said, I think altcoins, they definitely have a future. I mean, I hold quite a bit of these. I hold Caspa. I used to hold Cake, actually. I might buy a little bit more of that, but I hold Caspa, Virtual, Solana, ETH, obviously some Bitcoin, but yeah, Bitcoin's a lot smaller, of course. Sui, the gift that keeps on giving, basically. Even though Sui actually might be worth... Yeah, Sui is a good time to dollar cost average, I think. Let's look at that monthly. Yeah, I think Sui is prime buying territory for me, then, at least for me personally. I think I'm going to add a little bit more on my dollar cost averaging position on that. Caspa got bled dry as well. So it's usually around this time I place my dollar cost averaging moments. So once again, strategy wise, usually towards the end of the month is where I buy, or at least I deposit more cash and I wait for an inevitable dip. But I think this is quite good territory to get some more of the tokens you want to hold or buy. But yeah, I said it in the last video, around 20% for all coins. 20% drop is basically an instant buy for me. So last week, a lot of the tokens were just below that. Solana was also, well, I think Solana bounced back a little bit because it was higher, or the drop was higher. But Caspa wasn't this far yet. Virtual wasn't this far yet. Sui wasn't this far yet. So I think now could be a good time to add a little bit more onto positions. I think we're getting there. Fear and greed index, we're still... I mean, I think that's why it's so neutral. Like, we have good news, we have bad news. There's no real push, you know. There's no real incentive to like start massively selling or massively buying. It's basic limbo, so it's not really moving as much as I thought it would have. But I think usually around August is where we see these bigger pushes up and down. Let's hope this year we have another bull run in the summer. Yeah, it's very neutral. It's not, we're not seeing too much movement, sadly, but it could actually be some nice time to do some leverage plays though. maybe a little shorting, maybe a little longing. Ah, that feels good. Gonna add a little bit more. Yeah, then again, maybe a little time off away from the charts. Maybe especially this weekend. I'm not sure what the weather is over there, or if you're in America or wherever you are. I think not, like, if you keep staring at the chart, you're trying to force something to happen, and it'll work against you eventually. I think strategy wise, it might be good to take your eyes off the charts for a little bit. Let's see if there's any latest news. Technically, the stock market is still open. I mean, I think it's a bit of a cookie cutter quote, but all in all, I'm glad Coinbase is growing. Oh, by the way, if you haven't already, I also have my Twitter account. It's linked in the description. So yeah, if you want to, you can watch. I try to share as much as I can regarding to crypto, regarding to what I think will influence our prices. And I think the Trump versus Powell argument is, I mean, on the one hand, it's funny, but honestly, I think Powell is a lot smarter than we give him credit for. And I've said it before, if Trump decides to use a nuke, use a tactical nuke, whatever it's called, a bomb, decides to intervene in Israel or whatever, I think the biggest shock for the economies is still coming, and they will need to, the margin to adjust the interest rates, they will need it then. Like, if he adjusts it now, they will need that margin later on. I think, and I think that's how they're rationalizing it. Like, I mean, he's saying the economy is relatively stable. I won't agree on that, because it's really not. I think especially the American economy it's gonna get worse and worse and worse. But even then, I think still they will need to be able to adjust their interest rates then, as opposed to now. I think it's too soon to do it, even though we all want it to, because if it does, it'll lower interest. And I'm trying to up a little bit of my mortgage so I can invest more, but unrelated to that. But that will also become cheaper for me, and people would be able to afford more. Like, the interest payments would be lower. They will be able to borrow more. They will be able to buy more houses, etc., etc., etc. So for buying, yes, I think it will be better. But right now, I think is the time to maybe he's right. Like, just watch and wait, or wait and watch in this case. Did you all see that explosion? Insane. But luckily, Trump is one thing above all. He is a massive fan of crypto and digital assets. So yeah, at least we have that. Like, at least at the very least, he actually likes crypto and he's pushing for it more and more. So for us, that's good. Like, most of us have gotten in crypto already quite well. Let's call it early. I've been in crypto for a few years, several years actually. I think around 5 years actually. So it's been quite a while actually. And now I'm gonna stop using the word actually. But I've been in crypto for several years, and I mean, this is the first time we're seeing this. We're seeing this big ass adoption, massive companies moving in. I think it's a paradigm shift, and it'll stay. Like, I don't think we'll see Bitcoin crashing 90% again, like in the past. We won't see. I don't think we'll see Bitcoin back at $10,000 a coin. I'm kind of hoping it does because I want to be able to buy at that price. But yeah, I don't see it happening anymore. I'm hopeful it goes to back to 100 before we take off even further. Oh, I did not know this. So I think this is also quite good. This will enable a lot of smaller transactions to take place. And I'm also positive like $200 is a very low bar, especially to trade on Bitcoin because of the crazy fees and low speed. But yeah, you could. I mean, you could use it on a chain, on a different chain. But I think this could be very. It sets a precedent. It sets a precedent of untaxed smaller transactions. So technically, if you use like a Binance credit card or something and you pay small amounts, it will all be exempt. USDC stablecoin to be used as collateral, also a very good thing because bigger companies can put all their USDC back in or back in. They can put a bunch of USDC in the crypto market and loan against it. And technically, it's a little bit inflationary because you will be able to loan against your own money again and again and again. But it will also push the value up quite a bit. Yeah, Jerome Powell says the economy is in a solid position. I don't agree with that. I don't think it is. I think it's all very, very, very fragile. But in general, I think like it's not that bad. Like yeah, the economy took a hit, like the S&P dropped, but it's not back as high as it was, but it is quite high. So it's not too bad. I do think the bigger hit is coming, but it's also pushing more and more people into Bitcoin. So for us, it's great. And if you're also in the stocks like me, if those stock prices start to decline, you're also able to buy some stocks more on the cheap while making more profits on Bitcoin. So basically, we take advantage of the ups and the downs. So we're taking profit from both movements. Or at least it's what I intend to do. It's strategy-wise what I'm aiming for. Crypto is not a threat to the dollar. Stable. I mean, I kind of fail to see how, unless you're backing it one-to-one with dollars. But even then, I mean, I think that de-dollarization agenda, I think it's going to hit very, very hard. But that will also push the value of Bitcoin up even further because Bitcoin is paired against the dollar. So if the dollar drops, the Bitcoin becomes more valuable by itself. So even without increasing the total, well, it would increase the total crypto market cap somewhat, I suppose. But still, it'll be a very I think it'll be a very profitable future for us in that regard. All right, I've been talking for 28 minutes nonstop. If anyone has a question, a comment, something to ask, feel free to do that now. I'm going to be closing the stream in a few minutes. Otherwise, or we keep talking a little bit. And then I will flee from my hot as hell attic and go back into my air-conditioned room. Living room, for that matter. If not, also have a great weekend, guys. I'm hoping everyone stays safe and healthy, etc. And Donald Trump does not decide to use a tactical nuke. Because as I said, I think it will set a precedent. Like once you've opened that door, it becomes easier and easier to justify using a weapon like that. And I do not think that is a road we want to travel. I don't think that'll end well, and I don't think that will become that will be good for anyone. I don't think it's good for anyone. Other than that, I also don't think it's good if Iran has nukes. So yeah, I'm positive they had to do something, but yeah, as I said, it sucks that the world is in this position instead of looking to the skies, I suppose. I I think that's also quite a good note to end on, maybe. I mean, Bitcoin's not that bad today, is it? Ooh, it is very, very red. I think that's the downside of only looking at the daily charts because it doesn't look as bad, but man, that is a landslide. I mean, if we look at that, we might actually hit that. Like, I mean, 100 is quite a ways off, but that 102, that limit order, I could set a limit order at that. I think that'd be a good buy. And I could also use the, I think anyone should use that. Use the buy low, sell high function on BitUnix. Like being able to put a limit order, buy cheap, and if it doesn't hit your price, you still get paid the premium. Options trading basically on Bitcoin. I think very good function that they added. And yeah, I like using multiple exchanges regardless. So I think, yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with that on BitUnix at least. All right, I don't see any questions. So if it's good and if it's fine, I think I'm gonna close out the stream and yeah, celebrate the weekend maybe a little bit. And yeah, I'd advise you all to do the same. Life is short, life is fragile, and we need to take the best one we can. And I think that's a good note to end on. All right, have a good one, guys. Have a great weekend.